Hey, what's cracking, people? Welcome to my channel on my first video. Now, this wasn't the first video I wanted to make, but I feel like it's a video I had to make. And that is the most recent Trisha Paytas situation. Now, I know I'm not the only channel talking about this. I won't be the first, won't be the last. But I would like to preface this by saying this isn't an attack on Trisha in any way, nor is it me giving you a cue to go over to Trisha and attack her, send her nasty messages or anything like that, because it's not. Please don't send her any hate. This video is purely me expressing my opinion, and opinions are not facts, and I am in no way claiming to be a mental health professional in any capacity whatsoever. I am, however, a little bit older than Trisha. I'm 35, and I do have my own mental health experiences, as well as plenty of years of research on the topic, pretty much from my entire adult life to speak from in addressing the topic, so let's get into it. So if you've been living under a YouTube or social media rock lately, you may have missed the most recent shitstorm surrounding one of Trisha's most recent videos, where she claims to have dissociative identity disorder, formerly known as multiple personality disorder, and explaining her alters. Trisha did admit that before she made a video, she had seen Anthony Padilla's video where he had spent time with someone who does in fact have DID, that is Chloe/Nin over at DissociaDID. I will leave the links for both Anthony's videos and Nin's channel down in the description box if you want to check those out. Now, Anthony's video was understandably and deservedly quite popular. It got over 2 million views, maybe more. I haven't checked recently, but yeah, last time I checked it was over 2 million. And Trisha saw this and apparently decided that she wanted in on that. But here lies the problem. Trisha has quite a storied history of co-opting other people's struggles and medical conditions for her own, trying them on like she's doing an outfit of the day or a clothing haul, which is offensive for obvious reasons. She also uses language, terminology and stereotypes within her videos where she makes these claims that not only add to the stigma that people in those communities face, but also show that she hasn't really done any research beyond maybe the odd Wikipedia article, the front page of Google, or just other videos on YouTube. Either that or she's just willfully trying to troll people. Both of these things are obviously wrong and very hurtful to people who genuinely experience these things. It makes their lives much more difficult when Trisha is spreading a lot of misinformation about it. Now, I am in no way attempting to defend Trisha, but I do want to do a little bit of a deeper examination of Trisha's behaviour and the cycles that she seems to go through when she does things like this. Obviously, it's entirely possible that Trisha is in fact just a troll and is just chasing views, in which case I don't believe she can sustain a career long term if she continues to take this course. On the other hand, her behaviour may suggest that Trisha does in fact have some sort of mental health issue, just not any of the ones that she has attempted to self-diagnose. What I mean by that is she obviously has very noticeable cycles and certain behaviours. The same things keep happening. The same things happen over and over again. She'll see something that she identifies with. She'll make a video about it. She'll put that video out. And then people will get angry because it's just Trisha's trolling again. Trisha's doing this. Trisha's claiming to be that. It does seem like she's quite desperate for attention and very eager to fit in. She's just going about it in a very extreme and very wrong way. So, as I've said, I am not a mental health professional in any capacity, but I have done plenty of research over the years, partly as trying to understand my own issues, but also just generally to educate myself. If I had to make an educated guess as to what to suggest to Trisha that she could use as a jumping off point to approach a trained and licensed psychologist, just to start a discussion and to, get her on the right path, honestly, I'd say she probably fits in quite solidly with Histrionic Personality Disorder. Now, what is Histrionic Personality Disorder, you probably are asking? HPD is a consistent and long-term pattern of thinking, behaving, and relating in a way that sees the individual living with an overwhelming need to constantly be the centre of attention, often using seductive and manipulative behaviour to achieve this. With their sense of esteem only coming from others, they tend to be dramatic and appear self-centered. Now, it is very important not to assume that just because a person is attention-seeking or a drama addict means that they have histrionic personality disorder. A personality disorder is a diagnosis that is only made if the behaviour has existed since early adulthood and has been pervasive into most, if not all, of the individual's life. Unlike many other personality disorders, though, those struggling with HPD can be highly functioning and successful in their lives, despite often struggling with personal relationships. What are the symptoms of HPD? We'll post a list here to go through them, but let's just discuss them, shall we? The biggest behaviour flags for HPD are listed as a consuming need to be centre of attention, constantly seeking or creating excitement, demand constant approval and reassurance. We've seen that from Trisha a lot of times. Even just being on YouTube is evidence that she's turned to that to seek her approval from people. Inappropriate seductive behaviour or dress. They will sometimes act inappropriately and sexual in a situation that does not call for it, just as a means to turn the attention to them. They'll tell dramatic stories, often exaggerated, about themselves. Emotions are extreme and can change quickly. Again, we've seen Trisha go from happy to going off. We know that Trisha is fully capable of that. Easily hurt by the criticism and disapproval of others. We know that Trisha tends to spiral when her views start to drop, when she starts getting backlash. We can see that. Too easily influenced by those they like. Again, this could be in her interpersonal relationships where she seeks out approval from people that are not healthy for her. Or like how she goes through what's trending, see what's getting good views, and then she'll copy it. They make rash decisions. We've seen Trisha do that before. Shallow and fickle and lack consideration for others. This is a tricky one with Trisha because if she does do it, but I don't think she means to. I think she's just so wrapped up in all of this that sometimes she can't think about how others will feel if she does this certain thing. Overly concerned with their appearance. I'm not going to judge Trisha for wanting to look a certain way. If that works for her, then more power to her. Manipulate in order to get attention. Yep, Trisha's done that. Find relationships challenging, as we know Trisha has had relationship problems continuously for quite some time. Can make more of intimacy than there actually is. So, if she's attracted to someone, she may believe that they're attracted more than they actually are. They may feel more than is reality. The way she interprets it is she invests more than they put back, if you get what I mean. Can threaten suicide if they're desperate for attention. I do want to say that after Anthony clapped back about the video, Trisha did use that as a manipulation tactic, which I don't think was very fair, especially with somebody like Anthony. You know, that's not a fair thing to put on somebody. And finally, blame things on others instead of taking personal responsibility. Again, referring to my last point, Trisha doesn't like to accept when she's wrong. She will apologise when she feels it's necessary, but I feel like she's quick to snap and blame others before she'll get to that point. What causes HPD? As with all personality disorders, the exact causes are unknown. However, there are theories that lean strongly towards a case of nature versus nurture, especially with a learned behaviour, either in response to inconsistent parenting or witnessing a parent who also exhibits those same traits, as well as potential traumatic factors. For example, feelings of abandonment brought on by the loss of a parent, loved one, either through the death or divorce, or if someone has just simply broken contact over time. Now, am I trying to say that Trisha definitely has HPD? No, not in the slightest. I'm not qualified to do so, but I'm merely offering a possible explanation as to why she continues to do the things that she does. And on the off chance that she sees this video, which I doubt she will, a very small channel, but if she does, maybe help point her in the right direction to get the help that she possibly needs and to address her issues so that she can move forward and better herself and just have a general healthier state of mind so that she doesn't have to keep making these videos where she's trying to be something she's not. Especially since I believe that if Trisha does have HPD, then YouTube has played a pretty detrimental part in exacerbating the situation. Because it really does seem like no big secret that Trisha's whole sense of self-worth seems quite tied up in her metrics and the illusion of being liked by how many views she gets. In short, yeah. When Trisha does things like this, my knee-jerk reaction is to be angry. Understandably so, just like many other people. Mostly I do just feel a bit sorry for her because it seems like she's gotten herself buried in this whole personality that she's built up. And she's in danger of being remembered only as the caricature blonde bimbo troll that thinks she's a transgender chicken nugget with multiple personalities. I don't think she wants to be remembered that way. Especially if her career does take a nosedive, unfortunately. I honestly think that Trisha would love to be able to just post something where she's being a genuine, authentic self, and instead of trying to be something she's not, putting it out there, and instead of people dogpiling her, people love it. I would love that for Trisha. Because there are times when Trisha is quite likeable. There is definitely something underneath all the layers where Trisha does seem like she has got a good person at her core. She's just not able to... I don't think she has the confidence within herself to put that out in front of everything else and just do away with all the crap. But, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Maybe she is everything she appears to be on the surface and she's just a troll. But, Patricia, if on the off chance you do see this, and any of it rings true or resonates with you, please do yourself a favour. Don't self-diagnose anymore. Reach out to somebody who is trained to do that for you and have a conversation. Just take those first few steps, and you never know. You might find out there is something that can be done to help you and to make you happier, and to even turn your reputation around on YouTube so that people remember you for good things. And that you get views because people like what you do. Because who doesn't love a good comeback story? I'm going to leave it there, but I will post some mental health resources down below in the description box, as well as, again, the links to Anthony's video and to Nin's channel. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please comment, like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when a new video goes up. You can also follow me on social media, which I'll post the links again down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!